As the intensity of the anti-government protests in Iraqi Kurdistan gradually begins to decrease, the authorities have stepped up their efforts in cracking down on those participating. After at least 14 deaths and countless injuries during the protests, over 700 people have been arrested in recent days, mostly in the city of Sulaymaniyah, where the sentiment is strongest, but also in the capital Erbil, where students' attempts to stage protests have been swiftly thwarted by the authorities. Demonstrators allege widespread corruption, nepotism, and a poor provision of basic services on the part of the ruling coalition. Iraqi President Jalal Talabani, also the leader of one half of the two-party coalition, personally ordered his security services to take a firm hand with all those still protesting, calling them rioters and even terrorists.
What is going on in Erbil and Sulaymaniyah in terms of arresting those who protest or even attempt to protest shows the mentality of our political leaders. They don't believe in hearing different ideas. They don't believe it is their duty to respond to the protesters' demands or consider making reforms.
Those arrested include not only students and activists, but dozens of clerics and religious leaders who have spoken in solidarity with the demonstrators and against the government.
A point of concern is the number of clergymen and religious leaders slandering political leaders without presenting any evidence against them. We respect religious leaders, but it's illegal to attack government figures and encourage people to attack governmental institutions.
One cleric, Muhammad Nasrallah, has been particularly outspoken at the demonstrations, labelling the anti-government efforts a jihad. Such language has sent shockwaves through the governing coalition, which is largely dominated by secularists. Observers say as the protests seem to have exceeded their critical mass, the government has calculated that it is safer for them to start rounding up large numbers of opposition activists. Meanwhile, backroom negotiations between the government and opposition leaders continue. Matt Fraser, Press TV, Erbil.